Patreon. Just want to say thank you for everyone that's subscribed. Also, please check out the first episode of Zaddies, aka Dad Bod Pod, aka this is still a working title that we're figuring out. First episode is out now with my friend Kaz. We discuss being new fathers. We're going to bring a lot of other
big
fathers.
dads.
Yes, big dads.
Yeah.
Going to bring more fathers onto the platform just to chop it up, you know, just to talk about being big poppies. So it's available now to all tiers, but moving forward, it will just be to the $20 tiers. So go subscribe there. Big spenders. Hey, big spender. Remember that song? And Mal will be on the platform soon. He stopped buying condoms, so he will be my guest eventually on
at some
point. Zaddies.
At some point, I'll be on the vlog.
Yes. So thank you, Patreon. Also, we have a vlog out right now. Have the new studio open. A lot of behind the scenes content.
A lot of fun.
Me having gas in the bathroom. You know, really compelling stuff that you guys.
The stuff that you guys want to see.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys, and we will continue to give you more and more content every fucking week.
NewRoryNMal.
All right. What's going on, man? You got your tea?
That was a big sigh.
Jesus.
Man, is that a sigh of relief?
I'm fucking tired, man.
It's because you have a new haircut.
No,
can't keep the ladies off you.
No, I wish.
The Dark Caesar.
I'm fucking.
Or that's what they call you.
Dark Caesar?
Yeah.
That's racist, but anyway. They don't call me Dark Caesar. No, I'm just tired, man. It's been a long, busy week.
I feel you. All right. Well, I mean, we could talk shit about Lizzo for a while. Would that like bring your spirits up?
What happened?
Nothing like the fat shame or fat shaming.
Listen, I saw something. People were saying that Erykah Badu and Beyonce were beefing, and Beyonce changed some lyrics at her show, and she kept Lizzo's name out of it. She just said Badu, 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 Badu when she was supposed to say Lizzo's name. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I do know Lizzo is facing a lawsuit, facing being canceled.
Well, Beyonce is very safe. We know she doesn't play that shit. There was like 2 people that got mad at Spaz and they stopped the whole vinyl release.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't play that shit. So if Lizzo has some accusations, she's going to take the name out. But I think that Badu and Beyonce thing is the media. Like we know how Erykah Badu usually speaks to the public sometimes. Yeah. For the most part is in a sarcastic manner. Someone brought up that Beyonce was also wearing a hat. And then Badu was like, well, I guess I'm everyone's stylist.
Yeah.
Like, we know she wasn't serious.
No, she was being sarcastic.
But Lizzo, on the other hand,
what
a piece of shit, right?
Is facing a lawsuit. Not right. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this lawsuit. I do know that dancers are claiming while they were on tour with Lizzo, she invited them to a nude performance club in Amsterdam. That's not out of the ordinary. The red light district in Amsterdam. A lot of nudity, a lot of sex. And they went out of fear of losing their jobs. So that while they were there, the lawsuit claims that Lizzo began leading a chant to get Davis to touch one of the performers' breasts. Miss Davis,
like a Lizzo frat party.
Yeah, Miss Davis said 3 times loud enough for all to hear, "I'm good," expressing her desire not to touch the performer. The lawsuit states Davis eventually acquiesced, fearing it may harm her future on the team. Later that night, they alleged Lizzo badgered a member of her security team to get on stage, where she pulled down his pants and hit him with whips. The next week, the plaintiffs say Lizzo took her dance team out without telling them they were going to a nude cabaret bar in Paris.
Lizzo a freak.
What is the problem here with any of this? The lawsuit also alleges mistreatment from BGBT toward the dancers. BGBT's management team, considered entirely of white Europeans, who often accuse the black members of the dance team of being lazy, unprofessional, and having bad attitudes.
Jesus.
What's wrong with Lizzo inviting her team out while they're in Amsterdam to a club?
Well, it's funny, when I was reading this lawsuit, the first thing I thought was, oh, I mean, we have to cancel Mal while we're at it then.
I mean,
because you in fact took the team to the box where you had our business manager drinking milk out of a transgender woman's ass. So I think you make Lizzo the team look relatively tame.
That didn't happen, but okay.
He's progressive.
This makes for better.
It was a write-off.
We weren't in the splash zone. So
yeah, we were far. I made sure that everyone was at least 20 feet from the blast radius.
Well, I did want to do a check-in specifically with Julian, since I think, did you go as well to the box?
No, it was just Julian.
Yes. Eddin and I, being the good Catholic, Irish, Mexican, American boys that we are, we would never partake in anything of that nature. Julian, do you feel like you were coerced into having to go there and maybe do acts that you weren't comfortable with, but you thought that it came with the job and that you didn't want to disappoint Mal.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want to drink, and then Mal was like, "We have to get a bottle. Get a bottle right now."
And he didn't drink.
And then I was like, "Are you gonna have it?" He was like, "I don't drink, but you have to finish the whole bottle.
You have to drink all of this by yourself."
Yeah,
I'm a piece of shit. What can I say?
You're Mizzo.
I mean, yeah, I'm Mizzo.
She also in this lawsuit was body shaming her choreographers. So she was fat shaming them, which is kind of the pot calling the kettle black.
Hurt people. So that one I kind of understood.
Listen,
I'm kind of here to defend Lizzo. This sounds like an outing on tour.
She was doing freaky shit with bananas too, I guess, at one point.
I totally get the case that they have. It could have been very uncomfortable. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to lose your job. You're on tour. You want to feel like you're part of the team. You don't want to be that person that's just odd man out, because on tour, you're just on top of people all the time. You're forced to be around people.
Right.
So might as well make it a good...
not wanting to go to a club, but I'm still confused at what the lawsuit is. What are they saying, yo, she forced me to go to a nude bar and grab one of the dancers' breasts?
I just want to know how that conversation went when Lizzo was like, "Get in the fucking van. Where are we going? Bitch, shut up."
Yeah, like I just
and then you just end up at a strip club.
Yeah, this
it's like, why didn't Lizzo tell them?
Listen, I get it, people, but this, I don't think this holds any weight. I think that this is something that is just, I just think that this is something that is gonna just come and go. I don't think there's no real lawsuit here. Whether or not Lizzo, force somebody to grab a dancer's breasts, I just don't see where that lawsuit would fall on Lizzo.
Oh, no, I think they're going to win. They have a case, even though I think this is a tour culture.
Yeah.
Which, of course, tour culture, we've talked about on this podcast, is a lot of times not the greatest culture.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty unhealthy.
It's very unhealthy for all participants. They have a case here. You can't bring people to places they don't want to go. You can't force them to touch naked bodies. Like, they have a case.
She didn't. I get it. I get what you're saying, but we have to stop this. Like, if you're on tour with an artist and the artist says, "Listen, we're gonna go out," like myself, if we're gonna go out after a show and we go to a strip club, and I'm chanting and I'm rooting, and drinks are going, and I'm forcing you to throw singles and smack a stripper's ass,
and you forget,
you can't then turn around and say, "I'm gonna sue Mal for." What are you suing me for? Taking the team out?
Coercion.
Coercion in a strip club to smack an ass?
But you didn't want to be
pretended to forget your wallet, man. And made your business partner pay for it.
I get everybody's in this, everybody wants to be offended. Everybody's in a rush to be offended and feel like they were, taken advantage of. But this right here is absolutely I would look at this like they were crazy if this came.
You've never gone through with something because you felt pressure to doing it, even though you didn't want it.
Not smack a stripper's ass or grab a stripper's titty.
But that's subjective. Like, that's the uncomfortable thing comes from the person that's doing that. The uncomfortable barometer changes per person.
Yeah,
so
but
that's not what they want to do, and they're forced to do it. That counts as coercion.
They weren't forced to do it. She didn't say, "Yo, if you don't do this, you're losing your fucking job on this tour."
Good.
She didn't say that. I'm not asking what she could have said.
The environment,
they would have said she said that.
But I'm
Julian,
saying, but it's like the implication, like the pressure was coming from the head of the whole organization.
No, it was Lizzo took her team out to have fun, bro. They were in a club. Like, there's not. Lizzo didn't say, "Yo, if you don't grab the stripper's titty, you're not performing tomorrow."
It's an abuse of power.
Come on, man, stop it.
It's like when you made me drink that bottle of tequila in London, and I didn't want it.
Stop the bullshit. Like, let's just stop. I get it. Good. The lawsuit is out there. Do I think that this lawsuit they're gonna win? Absolutely not. I think this is bullshit. That's just my personal opinion.
All right.
I don't think Lizzo did anything wrong. As a grown person, somebody can't force you to do anything.
Mal, that is so not true.
Somebody can force you to do something?
People can be put in situations where what
can somebody force you to do as a grown man? What can somebody force you to do?
Mal, it's like that's not the
I'm
point.
asking you a question. All right, so listen, I take you out after a show.
Jesus.
And I say, "Yo, Julian, if you don't fucking grab this stripper's ass right now, you're fucking fired."
That should be illegal.
You don't see how someone would probably go through with that? Like, if you if you meant it, not like in a joking way.
Exactly. Did Lizzo say, are they saying that Lizzo said that? No. They're not saying she said, "Oh, if you don't do this, you're fucking fired."
But we don't know what the consequence would be if they didn't do it. But the whole point is,
that's my point. What is the consequence? What would have been the consequence if I say, "Yo, Lizzo, I don't want to grab her titty"?
Okay, this is an extreme.
What is the consequence?
This is an extreme, but outside of the flat out rape that Harvey Weinstein did, there were women that appeared like they had consensual sex. And they said the only reason that they did that because in that environment, the only way to move forward is to fuck Harvey Weinstein. So they went through with it for their careers.
That's
now Lizzo, the racket she's running, she's a voyeur, and she wants to see her dancers touch other women.
Mal, the offense is different, but the style of coercion is the same. It's do this
and the strip club
because
saying,
I'm in the position of power. I'm making you do this because I want you to. Even
and the strip club saying go. Like
we saw it with Matt Lauer. Like there's been plenty of people that create work environments where people feel they need to do things they would not do outside of work to keep the job or move forward with the job, especially back to tour culture. You know you're not getting on the next tour, even if you danced great, but you were just a bummer on tour.
Yeah.
We all know like that one person that just didn't get along with the rest of the crew, even though they were great on stage, it just doesn't work. You're not part of the family that's on tour for now.
Yeah.
And someone can feel that way if they don't go out and then participate in the Lizzo fuckery. People can feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying there's a absolute law-abiding case to it, but they'll probably settle or Lizzo will lose.
And that's my problem. And this is the thing that happens now. When people have these lawsuits, what they go into it hoping and thinking is that people most likely will settle. And that's a very dangerous thing when you start talking about these types of lawsuits, is that people do know, like, yo, if she starts to get enough backlash from social media and from the fans and this bullshit, stupid ass cancel culture, that she will say, you know what, just to make this all go away, here's a couple of dollars.
I think
that's a fucked up position for an artist to be in, because do I know Lizzo personally? No. Do I think that she's a bad person? I don't know. Never met her, never been around her. Do I think that from these accounts that her taking her team out to a club in Amsterdam just to have a night of fun, that it's right for her to now be facing a lawsuit of coercion to grab a stripper's titty? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, this shit it's just too much of this type of shit happens when people are looking to grab a dollar. And that's my problem. Now, again, I'm not saying that Lizzo isn't a bad person. I don't know. Never met her.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Lizzo's intent was to take her team to a strip club and say, I'm gonna force you to do some shit. I think Lizzo is a big personality. She has a big personality. She had a team out. She wanted to have a night of fun. And one of her dancers probably seemed like she didn't want to be there. She's like, yo, come on, girl, have some fun. Like, just grab the titty. Like, we're in the strip club, have fun, let loose. Now that turns into a lawsuit of coercion to do something. Like, it's just like, come on, bro.
Person, though.
I do feel like, even in explaining this from the other side, I think Lizzo's intentions were good. I think she was really just trying to bond with
her crew, the people she's on tour with. Let's just have a night of fun.
But she's also, even though she's a creative and it's a different type of environment, it is still a corporate environment that they're in, and that type of behavior, unfortunately, you cannot do in a corporate environment. And even though this is music, it's still corporate.
Now,
I'm sure Live Nation is going to start putting rules on any tour they're involved with where the artist cannot do anything with the employees or staff after this. Now, I'm sure that things are going to change.
Now, you know what the fucked up part about this is? If Lizzo was the type of person that said, I don't want my dancers talking to me, I don't want them hanging out with me after the shows, I don't want to have no relationship with them, you know what it would then turn into? Oh, she's a bitch to work with.
Yeah.
We don't even know that. We never even spoke to her. She never even spoke to us. We only saw her when it was time to perform or time to rehearse. But now that she's trying to create an environment of inclusive and say, hey, let's all go out and have a night of fun, it turns into, oh, she coerced me into grabbing a stripper's titty.
I feel what you're saying. Though
like,
outside
bro, come on, man.
This did have a lot of people come out the woodwork saying that she is an absolute asshole to work with.
Yeah, and
like,
we're talking about
worst,
the only strip club incident. There's many like verbal assault, like her picking apart people's appearances, weight, etc. Like she's in this suit been an extremely verbally abusive person to the people that have worked for her. It's not just the strip club.
Oh no, I know. Obviously, it's other things. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, that's kind of to my point. Like, what can she do? She's either a bitch because she's strict with her dancers and she wants them to look a certain way, or she's getting sued because she took the team out to have a night of fun and let loose and relax on tour, and now she coerced somebody into doing something in a strip club that they didn't want to do. It's like you can't win for losing. And that's my issue here, where it's like, yo, you have to, now again, if she starts to cut herself off and she doesn't want to even associate with anybody on her staff, she's a bigger bitch. Now she's like, oh, she's a bitch. We don't even know. We can't talk to her. We can't ask her for anything. We can't express how we feel to her. What is Lizzo, Lizzo, the artist and the person, supposed to do in a time like this? Like, what does she do from here?
But also, most of the people she's worked with, whether it was directors doing her documentary or just people on staff on the tour, just say she's just an absolute nightmare to work with. Like, she's completely
and that may be true. Like I said, I don't know. I never met her, never worked for her, never, you know what I'm saying? It could be true. What I'm saying is this story, this accusation of a night out, to me seems like a reach. It's like, all right, fam, like, you were coerced to grab a titty in a strip club.
But again, you're just focusing on the one night.
I'm just saying, I just said that particular incident to me seems like now people are saying, oh yeah, like I do recall when we went on tour, she made me do this. Oh yeah, she said this to me and that hurt my, it's like now everybody is kind of replaying things and now everybody feels offended by certain things. I know what this is about. This is about getting somebody that they know has a lot of money, wanting to now try to get a piece of something. And it's a dangerous culture that exists because this happens very often. People always try to do something to where, oh, this person knows they'll be canceled if they don't settle. If they don't say, okay, you know what? I was wrong. I apologize. Let me go to therapy now. And that whole route, you know, the damage control route. Mm-hmm. Now she's looked at as a bitch and a terrible person to work with. When I don't know. I never met the woman, but that particular story of the strip club thing feels like a reach.
Does Lizzo go the misogyny route that I've seen a lot of women take, and they are correct when they say if a man was behaving this way, it would be respected. He wouldn't be looked at as a bitch. He'd be looked at as a boss, et cetera, et cetera. I think most times that is true. But I have seen plenty of women pull that card when they were just straight up being a cunt. Like, if a man was acting this way, he'd be a cunt too.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's subjective, man. Like, if you don't want to, me personally, as a grown person, there is nothing that nobody can make me do. I don't care about a job, a position. You can't make me do something I don't want to do as a grown person.
But you have to know that that's not everybody's disposition.
I understand that. I understand people are in positions that, do I think this is one of them? Absolutely not. Yeah. I don't think this is one. I don't think the person's job was at risk if they didn't go to the strip club and grab a titty. That's stupid to me. I don't think this was it. Does this happen in work environments? We know that it does. Absolutely. I'm just saying, me personally, do I feel like that was a situation where that person's job would have been at risk? No, I don't.
And it's always like, I feel like it's always the artist that like has the public persona that's so inclusive and love everybody and puts on like that friendly bullshit facade. And then behind closed doors, they're a fucking nightmare. Like Ellen, same deal. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. Just shut the door. A lot of your favorite artists that present perfect and present friendly are horrible behind closed doors to the people that work closely with them and help them become who they are. So it happens. Just had to put that
again. I'm not saying that that's not the case. This is a sticky thing when it comes to shit like this, because we do know that people are all about trying to grab a dollar when they see the opportunity present itself. And
Lizzo did give a response. I don't know if you have that, Julian.
No, I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure this is PR.
No, she typed this all by herself in her notes.
Okay, so she says these sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional.
Flip it on them.
Yeah, it's their fault.
Yeah, they were the ones grabbing the titties.
It was all 8 of them that are wrong, not the single me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens like that sometimes.
That makes sense, bro.
That it doesn't happen like that sometimes?
In what case has it happened like that? When the whole room is wrong and the one person that's the odd person is right.
You don't think that if you work somewhere and you and 5 of your coworkers get fired, you don't see a world where y'all can try to like transcribe a story where it makes it look like the person that y'all worked for was the one that was like the dick?
That's different.
Why is it different?
It could be the case here.
It could be the case here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
She cleaned house and got 8 new dancers.
Yeah, like
probably unionized together.
So now these dancers are like, well, shit, I still got these bills, these mortgages. Like, I got to try to get a buck until I get my next gig. That's all I'm saying, man. It's just it's a fucked up world, man. Like, people are going to always try to do shit to cover their ass when, they see the opportunity present itself.
Can I go on a bit of a ledge here?
Go on a big ledge.
With one of the...
Go all the way there.
Jump.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
With one of the comments that a dancer had made, she was fat shamed, and Lizzo had said to her, dancers have been fired for gaining weight. I personally think that's a completely fine thing to say to a dancer.
Yeah.
And Lizzo's the pinnacle of health.
Okay, but
So-
when people go to see Lizzo, the bigger the better. They love, like, that's fine. It's Lizzo's tour. If she wants to be 10,000 pounds, she could be 10,000
Also, you can
pounds.
see her from the nose.
But if you, well, sure, depending on which arena you're in. Yeah, if a dancer cannot perform to her best ability because she's gaining weight, what the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah, but wasn't Lizzo like championing her dance troupe on all being overweight?
Yes,
Isn't that, like,
and
their
she
whole
has
shtick?
quote unquote overweight dancers. That's kind of like her thing, which I get, and that's cool for the show. But if they can't perform because they're getting heavier, yeah, you're fired. It's
Yeah.
to perform that
if you
job.
can't perform your job, you're fired.
Yeah, that's fair. If it's hindering on your
And
performance,
if
but if
you're-
she's gaining weight but still performing, then it's like okay.
Then cool.
All good. No problem there. But if your lack of performance is because you've gained 15 pounds,
If you're a little slower, yeah.
it's like, all right, I have
Got a
this
CPAP
is
on the
now
stage.
this is now affecting your performance, which is affecting my show.
Yeah,
like
that's
we
fair.
can't have that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm this it's just everyone wants to be offended. Everyone wants to be, this is the victim era. Everybody wants to be a victim or offended. And it's fucked up because there are real victims out here and there are real people that are in real fucked up positions. But shit like this, to me, it just feels like a reach. It just feels like a force. It just feels like, I understand it happens. So you're kind of banking on the public knowing that this does really happen. But I just don't feel like this is a situation where this is what really happened.
But also, is she allowed to be a bully after she's been like so anti-bully because she's been bullied?
But what's a bully though?
You're fat.
That's bullying?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
come
bullying.
on.
That's like
Are you kidding me?
like first base
Yeah.
bullying.
Are you kidding me?
That is intro 101.
That's bullying?
Yes.
Come on. See, this is what I'm saying. This
Weight,
victim
color,
era, man. This,
skin. It's like that's like the
this
first
yeah,
page.
but this, come on, man. You're fat.
Yeah.
I think weight.
Coming from Lizzo,
I think
I
weight
would actually
before
laugh
color.
at that. I'm like, girl, you too. Look at us out here with pre-diabetes.
It's like the Paul Rudd meme.
Yeah, like you
Look at
gotta
us.
kind of
Yeah.
lean into that shit.
Spider-Man memes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, both of us.
Yo, you're fat. I'm suing. What the fuck is that? Like, come on, man. I just enough is enough. That's all I'm saying. Like, but we'll see where this goes. Again, me personally, I don't think anything will come of this. I highly doubt that Lizzo's gonna settle out of court with any of this shit. I highly doubt it.
Yeah. No, for sure. In sad news, we learned right after we recorded our last episode that Angus Cloud had passed away. For those that don't know, he played a great role in Euphoria. Great actor from the Bay Area.
Fez.
Yes, Fez. My Spider-Man meme, like for years upon years, I feel like I've been connected to this guy and everything that he does. So I just want to say rest in peace. His family put out a statement. Just buried his father, and I know he's going through some tough times. We won't say what we think happened, but judging by the, report from his family that went to TMZ, it appeared that it may have been self-inflicted, but, prayers to his family. Obviously going through losing two people in 1 week is something I can't imagine, but prayers and condolences.
It's tough,
Incredible talent.
Super talented actor. His role in Euphoria was one of the standout roles. And to find out that was his first acting gig,
Yeah.
that's what really
Just a
surprised
really
me.
beautiful story of how he got discovered too. He was walking on Mulberry here in
Yeah.
the city, and someone, just a casting director, just asked him if he ever acted, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Nah." I think at the time he was like bartending or something. He was doing something like that.
He was working at like a burger place in Brooklyn. I think.
Yeah, something like that. It was like in the service industry. And took on this role, and the character was supposed to die in the first season, and Sam Levinson was like, "This guy's a fan favorite. We got to bring him back." So,
and in that second season, like the character really developed. Like he started to have more of a personality, saw more into his life.
Mm-hmm.
He was really, really becoming a character rather than just like that drug dealer guy in the first one. Like he was really coming into his own as an actor. So very sad, but
Very sad, very unfortunate. Grief. People deal with grief differently. They wear it differently. In the passing of his father, he was obviously really close with his dad. So, I'm sure that grief was something or a pain that he just did not ever think was possible. It becomes a lot for people to bear, for people to carry, which is important, you know, it's important for people to have grace with each other, show love, check on people, support people in any way you can, because you just never know the battles that people fight internally when they don't want to burden people with, you know, their shit and their weights that they have to bear. So it's unfortunate, you know. It's just a sad story, a tragic end to what I think was a very bright future.
Yeah.
And somebody that was obviously loved and, you know, respected amongst their peers and their friends. So it's just sad, man. It's just a sad story all the way around. Prayers to the family, because, you know, that's, you know, again, they're going through more than we can possibly imagine. But it's important to just, you know, support your friends, support each other, and give grace. Again, because you never know what people are carrying and what people are bearing. People like to, you know, we like to wear these masks and make it seem like everything is okay on the outside, and, you know, on the inside it's just like it's a whole bunch of emotions and things going on. So, you know, prayers to the family, condolences, love, strength, healing, and
Show will be drastically different.
Oh yeah, but that's just the bear
for sure.
The
But
last
it's
on
just
the totem
how
pole, but
people connected to him so much through that character. You saw when the news came out.
It was really good to see a lot of people, like so many people were posting him. And a lot of people, it was the same thing. Like, it was like he was a character and a person that a lot of people were, I think, were rooting for.
And I don't say identified with, but we kind of all knew of Fez in high school.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of saw him sometimes, but he was still cool with everybody.
Yeah.
He minded his business.
Yeah.
He wasn't
very
like,
quiet to himself.
But everyone liked him. Like, there was rarely any person that had a bad thing to say about him.
Right.
We all kind of knew that kid. I think that's why his character was so easily attached to in that show.
Yeah.
Because, like, we know that kid.
You know that kid. Everybody has come across a kid like that. So, again, sad news. Rest in peace to Angus Cloud. And love and prayer to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, Utopia, projected today. Well, of course, debuting at #1.
Congrats to Travis.
Born in K first week. I know that you know, had a lot to do with the bundles, which I'm glad they brought back in a way that makes sense.
It was 125,000 pure sales though,
which is crazy.
Which is phenomenal. Great project.
I got a question. 400K, a lot of that coming from bundles. Can we talk about Drake did 613 for CLB, no bundles?
Yeah. Well,
we know.
I'm just saying, like, what? Like,
we know that Drake is one of the biggest artists in the world.
It's just like, I'm just saying that metric.
No, it's insane.
It's fucking insane.
But why are you shitting on Travis?
I'm not shitting on Travis. I'm just saying I think
you're saying he's an awful artist, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think
you're saying like, anyone that sells under 600K first week, we shouldn't.
I believe the word is scoffed. He scoffed at 400K.
You should retire.
You scoffed. Oh, look at your little 400K units.
Get your little 400K out of here.
It just really put into perspective the gap between Drake and everybody else.
Is this what put it into perspective?
I mean, every time these bigger artists, like the young goats of this next wave of generation happens, I'm like, these are great numbers. They're sick. That's amazing. But it's just, Drake is just different.
Well, I always say Drake is the target of artists. If you have a feature with Drake, that automatically puts you on an entirely different scope. He has a feature with Drake, which is the one song that everybody is talking about. I'm sure that helped with a lot of these sales and downloads. But again, Travis is a phenomenal artist. He's a great producer, great talent. And he put together a great project, another great project. So, I mean, I think that people responded to it. They were waiting for it. His fans was waiting for this one. Well, good project.
People like Julian specifically that want to discredit everything Travis does. Compiled this list
I love you,
of the amount of records that came from Kanye directly, Donda Sessions. Maybe there was an engineer assistant that happened to be in the same vicinity as Kanye West at one point in their life and then also was next to Travis. They're giving Kanye the credit there. They just compiled a list that just shows that this is a Kanye West album minus Kanye verses, which I kind of get where they're coming from. But most of this is, Travis was in Donda Sessions producing for Ye. It didn't come out. So Travis isn't allowed to fucking use that now?
Right.
Like, how does that discredit Travis? He was making a song in a Donda session. It wasn't used. You know how much stuff comes from writing camps that aren't used that end up being huge records for other people?
Not only just that, Rory. It's so many things that come from a lot of these, what do they call them, installations and things, these fan interaction things that companies use when they have these creators and producers come out and artists. I remember one in particular we did, it was All-Star Weekend, I think, when it was here in New York a few years ago. And there was an installation where they had people designing sneakers. And myself and somebody else that was there, they gave us like these blank Nike Air Force One mids, like white ones. And people were like flipping the Nike check there. Like I did it, a few other people did it there.
Oh yeah,
this is before the Travis thing.
That's been a thing.
But I'm of the belief that they do things like this to kind of like pick up these ideas like, oh, okay, that's dope. We might be able to use that. Because it's basically free, just have people come in and create something and now, okay, we have it here. You get to take the sneaker home. But like, these are people that work in the sneaker industry now. They can come up with these designs when it's time to design new sneakers. They do things like this all the time. Companies do things like this. There's nothing wrong with sitting in a room creating. And if that creation doesn't ever see the light of day, now I take that for my own project and add on to that creation. There's nothing wrong with that.
And while I came on here and said that it's very much a Kanye West influenced album.
Absolutely.
Like on this list, the Modern Jam joint, we know that's the I Am a God beat from Yeezus.
But that's an interpolation. That's like a credited thing.
Also, Travis produced on that with Kanye and Bon Iver, so he's sampling himself in that regard.
Right.
So while I get it, I also don't, because people could really give Travis a lot of credit for the Yeezus sound to begin with. So he's not allowed to do his sound.
Yeah.
Because Kanye West did it well too. And then those I understand, but then you get down to the Chappelle and Young Lean record. No concrete evidence, but Dave Chappelle was at the Donda 2 session.
Yeah. So
my bad. All right.
So Dave
just biting off you.
Yeah.
They both know Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
So. The production also sounds similar to Donda 2. The song was even mixed by Kanye's main engineer. So all right. So Ghetto Boys is now Kanye?
Yeah.
Because Mike Dean.
Yeah. It's just people just are going to find a reason to try to, diminish a person's worth of value to whatever it is. It's just, that's how it goes sometimes, especially but it only happens like that when you're like super successful. It never happens like that on the climb up.
Oh, no.
It's like once you're at the top and the success is here and you're repeating the success and you're effectively putting out dope shit, people want to try to find out, okay, why is this consistently so good?
But just go to backlog to Travis's whole discography. Like, this is the natural progression for where his sound was at the start. For
sure.
Like, this all makes sense.
Donda very much
is new.
Was, a Travis inspired to some degree album to begin with. But we're dealing with like different type of Kanye stands. Like even Meltdown, verse was sent directly to Mike Dean 4 hours before release, Kanye West engineer. So because Mike Dean was working on something and Drake sent him a verse, we now need to give Kanye West the credit
also,
for it.
like, Mike Dean is like Travis's main engineer. Like,
he's a lot of people.
He works with
he's one of the greatest engineers of all time.
Keep using Mike Dean's name to be like, yeah, no, that's Kanye right there, man.
And people do know that like Mike Dean has been around way longer than Kanye West.
People don't know that.
Kanye didn't find Mike Dean.
Kanye found Paul McCartney too.
All right, but I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people don't know that.
Mike Dean is not Kanye West's engineer. Kanye has used Mike Dean as an engineer.
Absolutely.
Before. Mike Dean is Mike Dean.
But a lot of people don't know that. And these are the voices that you start to hear and see on the internet, is the people that really don't know everything or the full story. They think that Mike Dean, like Kanye made Mike Dean dope.
Found him.
Yeah, and it's like, no, Kanye already knew that Mike Dean was dope and decided I need to work with that great engineer.
Technically, he's Tedros's engineer, if we get down.
Technically.
Tedros.
What's his name again?
Tetros.
I call him I know him for real, so I call him Tedros.
Yeah,
I call him T-Tom. Yo, why is Drake whispering T-Tom at the beginning? T-Tom, 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 T-Tom. I like it, but
T-Tom. I thought he was like, oh, is he going to Badu's house for another cup of tea again?
I thought he was referencing Like Mike with Lil Bow Wow.
That didn't come to my mind, but
that was the first thing that popped up in mind.
Was it? That's weird.
That was what he called Tracy, T-Tom.
Your mind is fucking nuts.
Why did your mind go to that movie?
Because I'm 33 and like Mike was a big part of my childhood.
I sent Rory a picture of they had a meme going around at Bow Wow when he was like 2 years younger than LeBron and like a year younger than Solange, and they had the photos of like him with LeBron and him standing next to Solange. Bro, I feel like they still Photoshop those pictures because there's no way Bow Wow was that much smaller than Solange and she was only 1 year older than him.
But that was like that perfect puberty time. Like, you know, in like 8th grade when all the boys look like they're fucking 7 years old and all the girls are going through puberty. So they're taller. That was, I think, that time where Solange was like going through puberty as women do before men and Bow Wow was just still
Look at that picture, bro. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not fun.
Looks like he's on his knees.
That's insane.
Well, he was little Bow Wow.
He really was living in
He wasn't Big Bow.
Yeah. Big Soldier would have been fine in that
That's
photo.
insane that's only a year difference between him and Solange.
Okay,
like,
but look,
crazy.
We looked at the photos of Mike Tyson as a kid, Muhammad Ali as a kid.
They
were drastically different.
No, but that was fake. Ali wasn't, I think they said Ali was 19 in that picture. He was 12.
Yeah.
People just people just be doing shit like that. Like
but it was funnier to think it wasn't. Right?
No, absolutely. I agree with you. But you know, because it's so unbelievable, it's like there's no way Ali was 19 there.
Yeah.
And then you go and look like, no, he was actually 12.
Did you see this Men's Health thing with the rappers, which I thought was great? I thought Bow should have been there.
On the cover of this?
Yeah, Shad is in shape.
Too young.
He's just
how is he too young?
He's older than Wiz Khalifa.
Is he?
Probably.
Or the same age.
Yeah. Or younger.
Or younger.
So yeah, Men's Health, Hip Hop 50.
Hip Hop 50
I'm
Men's
guessing
Health magazine.
They did this because
it's to honor hip hop turning 50. It says we gathered 6 rap legends, Busta Rhymes, Method Man, 50, Ludacris, Common, and Wiz Khalifa. Basically talk about men's health. And I think is this the article where Method Man addressed he doesn't believe he's a sex symbol? I think it was something.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think Meth was saying he doesn't look at himself as a sex symbol.
Method Man, if I know you're a sex symbol, you should probably.
Why do you know that?
Because I don't even really trust women that
you got
have a crush
on his wall
on
your
Method
wall.
Man.
You don't trust women that don't have a crush on Method Man?
Yeah, you can't trust that girl.
That's interesting, but I think I understand what you're saying.
Most girls you grew up with probably had a crush on Method Man, right?
Yeah.
He was a sex symbol. Even girls my age love Method Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Jewels and Lloyd Banks took over. But Method Man had a chokehold on the young women
chokehold
of the tri-state.
Yeah, that Mary video really did it for them.
But this was great to highlight hip hop in a very healthy way.
Yeah.
It's so great to see all 6 of these gentlemen looking as healthy as they do. This was a great representation of hip hop, especially hip hop aging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought this was great. It was good to see 50, talk with people that he didn't talk to at all his entire career.
Yeah.
Because he was mean.
Mm-hmm.
I love now seeing older 50 get along with everyone for the most part. He's still 50 the troll, but he gets along for the most part with everyone.
The older I get, the more I understand 50 more and more. Like, I get why he really didn't fuck with nobody for a lot of years. I mean, it's something about, not that thankfully I don't know what it's like, but I can only guess that when somebody stands over you and shoots bullets into you, it can be very hard to open up and trust anybody after that.
For sure.
And fuck with anybody after that. So the older I get, the more I understand 50's mind. But it is good to see him now in a space where he's kind of taking that wall down a little bit, allow people into his space a little more, and to do shit like this, interact with other rap legends as well. And it's just dope to see, hip hop and health in the same kind of form, because it is important that, we start making health cool. And we've taken some strides in that direction over the years to kind of implement health into hip hop. We sat down, had a great conversation with Styles P about his role in making health cool in hip hop. So shout out to Men's Health magazine for this, and salute to hip hop turning 50.
Listen, if I'm Luda or Wiz going to this shoot, I'm telling the producers on the walk-in, everyone piss in a cup, or they get an asterisk next to their name on the cover.
Why is that?
We're definitely going. Come on, if I'm coming in here natural, sorry, Busta, Curtis.
You a hater.
I definitely smell some winstrel coming from your green room.
You think 50 took a shot, took the roids for the shoot?
No, I think 50's done steroids before, and I think Buster's done steroids before.
But they're from that era.
I don't think they do them now.
You never know.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I don't think 50 is. 50 doesn't. I don't think he cares as much about the gym and lifting all those weights as he once did.
Yeah, he looked out of breath during the Super Bowl.
Don't steroids affect sexual performance?
It can if it's like an excessive use of it.
I feel like that would be a risk at like their age that they wouldn't want to take.
I listened to a podcast with who's like the main steroid guy in baseball
Mark McGuire?
before Mark.
Pete no, not Pete Rose. He gambled.
Was Jose? No.
Jose Canseco?
Yes, Jose Canseco, right?
He's the one that basically
From the A's, yeah.
snitched on everybody.
I was listening to a podcast with him and Neil Brennan, actually. And they asked
he did
about
blocks?
No, he did the champs.
Nice.
So they asked him about the sexual thing, because there was always the rumor that steroids like shrunk your dick. And he was saying, no, it's a muscle, so it got significantly bigger, but his balls shrunk so small that he could not see them anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I mean, like, do you need your balls like that?
I mean, if you're trying to procreate.
For sex.
I think you need your balls.
Okay.
That's just a guess.
So
I mean,
dick got bigger and he
said his dick got way bigger because it is a muscle, like it grew, and his balls just shrunk, like he couldn't see them type thing. That's what and I mean, he's been known to be a liar, though. I just want to make that clear.
Well, I mean, why would you lie about your balls disappearing?
I don't know if Neil asked me about my dick, if I would lie or not.
I would ask.
He was put on the hot seat.
I would ask Neil, why is he asking about my dick?
I mean, if you're on a comedy podcast, you don't think it'd be brought up for one of the biggest steroid users ever? And that was the big rumor, like, don't take steroids. That was always the shit in high school.
Yeah.
Don't take steroids because your dick will shrink. And all of us were like, well, no, thanks.
All right.
I don't care about athletics that much.
That's the same thing they tried to do with weed at one point.
Oh, that it lowered your sperm count?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's trying to have a kid at that point?
If you can get another inch on your dick, but your balls were like Jose's, like how he described it, would you do it?
Is the health of my balls okay, though? Or they're just smaller?
They're just like cartoonishly small.
That's a conversational piece.
You look like
It's not
it looks like you just got a
I'd go for it.
stick with nothing else.
Cartoonishly smaller.
What's cartoonishly small in balls?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it just,
What cartoon dicks have you seen?
Yeah.
it looks like a dog post getting snipped. It's just like a little sack.
Gotcha.
It's just like
Okay.
a little
It's just like
dangly.
skin just hanging?
Yeah, it's just like a little gizzard.
Nah, I don't know, man. Like a turkey neck?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man. Nah, I don't know, man.
But they still work.
I guess, but like
Not as well as they used to.
Oh, then no, I
you
wouldn't
lose
do that.
sperm count.
No, I need some.
no, but like say you
Amara needs
still-
some siblings.
No, but I'm saying like say you can still reproduce, but your dick would get an inch or two bigger. However, what's the threshold? Would you take that?
I'm willing to compromise my balls being a little smaller.
Why not?
Or,
A little? It'd be like non-existent.
If I can still reproduce, why not?
if I can still
And they-
reproduce,
What a conversation piece.
yeah.
Like
if
when
I-
she gets down there.
yeah. it's like-
and it would be easier to
Like,
sit.
listen, a genie came and said, I
Yeah.
have an extra inch, but my balls
You
went
could
away.
cross your legs easier.
True.
You could like bicycling would be more
Yeah.
comfortable.
It's easier for her to get to the gooch too.
that's
And
a
certain
fact.
Sure.
yeah, I'm down. I'm in.
Mall. I'm sold.
I'm in. Once
certain,
you say that,
certain
I'm in.
chairs and shorts you wear, you don't have to worry. Sometimes you sit down too fast in a chair that's designed weird,
Yeah.
and you kind of catch. Yeah.
Yeah, balls can be an inconvenience. When you
They
think
are.
about it. Yeah.
Hot
Especially
day,
this
they
weather.
suck in a hot day.
Oh, in this weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, you know what? Just shrink my balls. Period. I don't need the extra.
Yeah. Now that I think
Just
about
get
it,
rid
it's
of
like, yeah, just we can kind of do away with those.
All right. Well, thank you, Jose.
Thanks, Jose.
You stay on
Anyways.
athletes. Pause.
I suppose we can. Why is John Moran getting tattoos really news? It's just anything Ja does. Is this his rebrand?
Because he had multiple artists at one time working on a tattoo piece, so it's probably something that you don't see all the time.
Well, this is kind of the new. They're adding what is it, anesthesia? Like when they put you to sleep at the dentist and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So a lot of tattoo artists are getting certified in that and
Yeah.
adding an extra like $150 per hour.
In anesthesiology, that's like
Yes, no,
extremely
a lot-
dangerous.
A lot of tattoo artists are getting their actual, not like in some basement in Queens, like they're really going to get certified.
Mhm.
and people are just knocking out for like fucking 12 hours, and they're getting multiple tattoo artists
Mhm.
to just knock out full pieces at once, which if you know exactly what you want as far as a big piece goes, I think it's a great idea if you have the money.
Yeah.
Knock it out. Like, I wouldn't suggest doing that with the idea of putting dream chasers on your stomach if you're not a dream chaser,
Mhm.
but who am I to judge?
Right.
No, he chased his dreams. He did it.
Why does he have the 100 emoji and dream chasers on his stomach
Well, he's keeping it 100.
with the chasers?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Listen, I follow Meek. I've never seen him even at Ja.
Even when has to now.
Even when Ja was going through it, you feel like Meek would be the one that would stand up for him.
Yeah.
Because Meek always stands up for the person that's in the wrong.
He has a way of doing that.
What do you think of the Memphis Grizzly tattoo?
Short-sighted.
He's a lifer.
You've caused this much chaos with that organization already. You really think you're staying there your whole career? What happens when he goes to the Clippers and the jersey is still kind of showing half of the Grizzly?
I mean, I think it's part of his story, part of his journey. No matter what happens, if he's not with the Grizzlies in the next 4 or 5 years, I think that he can still have the Memphis Grizzly logo on his back. Like, it's part of his story.
I get it for like the college you went to because that's never going to change. That's like an NBA logo.
Yeah, but it's never going to change that. That was the team that drafted him. That was his first NBA team.
Yeah, but he's playing against other. If he retired, I'm with it. Fully understand. But like, you're active in the league playing against the Grizzlies and you have a Grizzlies tat. It's like insane to me.
I don't want to bring up like Mike again, but is that not the Los Angeles Knights logo?
It appears to be, yes.
Do you think he got that in honor of the classic film?
Listen.
Was that for Bow Wow?
J-Tom.
Yeah, that may have inspired him. With Josh Young, that may have been a movie that inspired him to really hoop.
Calvin Coolidge.
Yeah,
I thought it was Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Calvin Coolidge?
There's a like Mike
The
too that I've
president?
Is that a president?
That's a president.
Yes, that is president. How did you feel about like the 4 aces? Like you felt like
I didn't feel any.
you felt like he was a royal flush?
Well, I mean,
I don't even think that's a royal flush.
It adds into the whole life's a game.
Calvin Coolidge.
Life's a gamble. Is it life's a game or life's a gamble? Probably life's a gamble.
Yeah, it looks like there's a B.
Yeah, life's a gamble.
I feel like the dice with that font in Life's a Gamble is very, very like
Jail.
Latin king. Like his nickname would be Joker, I feel like, if you have that tattoo.
Life's a gamble?
That's a Hispanic tattoo.
You think Kobe? You think Kobe appreciates these down here?
I mean, that makes the most sense for any NBA player to
All right, do you feel that he has displayed the Mamba mentality?
At all? Well, I mean, once they told him to put the guns down, he said, "Fuck that, I'm doing it again." So that's the Mamba mentality.
Yeah, don't stop.
Don't stop.
Keep fucking going. No, I get it. That makes sense.
Listen, 1,000 shots a day.
Yeah, got to do that. On or off the court.
Off the court.
Doesn't matter. On or off the court. Doesn't matter.
Ugh.
I just hope that Ja has a healthy and a great season, though. He is one of my favorite players to watch, and hopefully he stays out of trouble this year. Because he is, Nike didn't walk away from him, so they believe in this kid.
He tatted. He's a lifer.
Oh, he has to. He has no
That was
choice.
part of the contract. If you got to stay.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I'm not judging whatever
It's
he wants
good
to get.
work, though.
Yeah,
It's good artwork for sure.
whatever he wants to get is none of my business. I will say the tattoo artist did a great job of executing what he did want, whether I agree.
And he has one of the best designed personal Nike sneakers I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
Because it's hit or miss sometimes with these, these sneakers and these personal, models that these players get. It's like, oh, those are trash. But Ja, his model is one of the best that I've seen in a while.
I will say though, getting a full back piece and full chest piece in one sitting,
God, man.
he is going to be a sore human being.
How do you
for
sleep?
Quite some time.
Yeah, how do you sleep?
How do you sleep on
Mamba
that?
mentality.
Can you shower?
No sleep.
You can shower, but just not like.
Like his whole chest and back is paws.
I don't think he got. Did he get all of that done in one session?
A good amount of that looked very new. Not like you could definitely see that there was some older tattoos in there, but 90% of his front and back paws looked like that was brand new.
Good save.
Beat you to it.
Yeah, most of that whole lower chest piece, the stomach part is new.
Jeez, that amount on your stomach, every move you fucking make would hurt.
Yeah, and I think that the whole back piece was new because they showed the video of him getting the stencil prior to that.
I'm glad I never got a tattoo.
I think for a prank, we should like put some anesthesia in Maul's tea and then just have like.
All right, Lizzo.
Or Bill Cosby.
and then just have him wake up with a full back tat. But see how long it takes him to realize it.
That I have a back tat?
Yeah, you never know.
I feel like it would hurt. I feel like he would.
But he may not know why. Like he's just like, damn, I'm sore.
I would know. I would know if I had a tattoo on my back if I woke up.
How long do you think?
I think it would take
As
a
soon
while.
as I wake up.
You could have just
You
slept
wouldn't know
wrong.
you had a tattoo. You didn't wake up and say, "Oh, a tattoo."
No, you would feel it.
You've never had a
It would be
tattoo.
like a bee sting.
But exactly. Which is why I would feel that there's been needles in my back and ink on my skin. Now.
You just
feel
feel
the
sore.
ink.
You would just feel sore.
It's like a deep tissue.
If it's a full back piece, you would just feel a full soreness. You wouldn't feel like a one area.
Yeah, but then as soon as I start rubbing my back, like, damn, why is it? I'm gonna feel like raised skin.
Well, that yes.
Like you're gonna feel it.
But we'd like put in a spot that you can't reach.
I would still like get to a mirror and be like, what the fuck why is my back? I would see my back. I don't know why y'all asking me 1,000 questions. I would notice if it was a tattoo on my fucking back.
How mad would you be if it was
Extremely
the
mad.
exact same Baisley tattoo that I have?
Extremely pissed.
Or it matched Eddin's thigh tat.
Extremely pissed.
Or if it was just Eddin.
Oh my God.
Like the Steve-O version, but of Eddin's face.
Like the way he got our logo tatted, you got the thank you Eddin tattooed on your thigh.
I would die.
Why would you die?
I don't want Eddin's name on my fucking back.
Saying thank you?
No, I don't want that on my back. No, not at all.
No?
Fuck no.
Damn.
I'm just glad I never got attacked because I know I'm one of those people that with OCD, I wouldn't be able to see any blank canvas.
You go full
usually
job.
I would
Yeah.
act 100%.
Yeah.
And I know that about myself, which is why I never got a tattoo.
What about a tattoo tier?
That represents something that I'm just not a part of.
You killed the gang.
For the bricks you lost.
You killed the game.
Yeah.
What game did I
The
kill?
game.
I didn't kill no game.
Killing the game right now.
Anyway,
You stay in sports.
what else in sports?
You get 92 money bags. Like the way 6ix9ine got all those 6ix9ine.
No, thank you.
Well,
I'm good.
or like the way the autistic kid from OVO has the Louis Vuitton shit all over him. You could get like the money bags.
Autistic kid from OVO.
Why you gotta brought up that he's autistic?
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Well, it's
Keep
okay.
it though. Smiley. I like his music. I think he's entertaining.
Oh,
I don't think his autism is entertaining. I think his music is good.
okay.
Did you guys see the women's 100-meter dash of the
I did
World
not see this.
University Games?
No, I did not. Is that her?
Somalia was
Somali Athletics Foundation the president of the Somali Athletics Foundation sent his niece to the World University Games this year. And let's just say she wasn't very fast.
You have not seen this video yet?
I have not seen this video, but I'm looking at what she's wearing.
Listen, representation matters. It's good that she was in the race.
Is it?
Not.
I feel like they should put one normal person in every race just so you can really see how fast these girls are
Dog,
cooking.
all right, see, this is a perfect example of the world wanting to be so inclusive and not wanting people to feel left out.
That's
It's just,
not what happened here though. They just didn't hold like auditions for other
Wait.
Auditions.
The finish is
is that what it's called?
or what like well whatever what, the
Qualified. But
qualifiers.
she shouldn't have been in the race, period.
Demaris,
Like
I
you
can
should
promise
have to
you
qualify
there
no
is
matter what.
somebody in Somalia.
Oh,
that
I
is
know
much
for sure,
faster
but
than
I'm
you.
just saying this
Like, they
isn't
smoke
them wanting to be inclusive. This is nepotism.
Net baby on the 100
I think it's related. I think nepotism and inclusiveness is.
It's I don't want to be the it's offensive guy, and maybe I'm being biased because I ran track at one point. These athletes worked extremely hard their entire lives to get to this stage.
It is offensive.
To just throw somebody there, like that's offensive. Like
is.
you know how hard these people have worked to get to be in this track meet, and then you just throw a niece next to you, and they're on the world stage.
Well, would you rather have it be an empty lane?
Yes.
Yes.
I kind of like the idea
Or-
of putting average people in one event just so you can see how good these Olympic athletes actually are.
Well, you ran high school track.
College.
All right,
Division
in
one.
high school track, for the first week of outdoors, mostly women have this idea that they're going to join the track team because usually track teams don't cut people. And
Yes,
it's like,
correct.
oh, it'll be a great way to stay in shape and it's nice out now. And like, let me do that.
Mhm.
That lasts for 1 week.
Oh, yeah.
So that first meet of the year ends up looking a lot like this,
Mhm.
where it's people that actually take track seriously that are there, that have been training throughout the winter, and then someone in lane 2. And this is what high school track looks like.
Yeah, but that's just come on.
For at
that's
least the beginning.
That's ridiculous.
I'm saying high school. This is the World University Games.
Yeah,
Countries versus countries.
yeah.
This is offensive.
Also, how did she pull lane 3?
That's the best lane.
No. It's 4 and 5. Like, but this, like, she should have been in either 1 or 9. What the fuck is she doing in lane 3?
In the 100-meter dash, outside of 1 and 9, it doesn't really matter too much.
But it's like, that's the more offensive thing.
On the curves where it matters.
Wasting a fucking lane.
Yeah, waste a lane.
Yo, what is this, man?
Or literally find any.
This young lady should not have been in this 100-meter sprint. That wasn't a sprint.
No.
Well, it was her version of a sprint.
Okay.
I could tell by the way her titties was bouncing. She wasn't going far. Like she had no sports.
The titties?
Yeah, it was the titties that gave
That's
it
what
away.
gave it away? Did you see the baggy shorts?
Bro.
Did you see her?
Yeah, like look like. Are you kidding me?
So, all right, Lizzo needed to be at this event just to point out who should be on the track and who shouldn't.
If Lizzo
Like,
bullied
come
her,
on.
she probably would have.
This could be Lizzo's community service after she loses the case. Just
Yeah.
go to track meets and say who can and cannot be. Listen, you're a little
Like
overweight,
you-
sweetie.
Yeah, no, it's not
a
happening.
little heavy coming out the block.
Not a lot of knee lifts on that one.
No. This was I didn't see this, but I know why I didn't see it. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
And that's even like not. Julian, you're saying put a regular person in. That's not even a regular
person.
Like she would be slow against a regular person. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I don't
Well,
know.
listen, I mean, good for the family. I hope she achieved her dreams.
So funny.
Maybe that's what she always wanted to do. You never know.
This Olympics is going to be interesting with, I'm not saying this in a negative way, but I think there's going to be a lot of like trans competing athletes that are really going to fuck up like a lot of the events. Up in like a sense that people are going to get mad. A lot of these like women, the female athletes that are at that level aren't really pro like them doing their stuff because it's, you know, for all the implications, all that shit. I don't need to get into it.
Are we giving away false information right now? Have the Olympics said that come the next Summer Games, there will allow transgender
Don't they
athletes
have to? I mean, it's
be
already,
in the women events?
I think they have to.
They don't have to. They really don't have to.
I'm pretty sure.
I promise you, they don't have to. They could just say no.
Yeah, no, I don't think they have
All right,
to.
and then imagine what happens when the Olympic Committee says no to trans athletes.
Nothing.
Okay.
What's going to happen to the Olympic Committee?
Listen, if they want to have Bud Light just sponsor the trans games, have a blast. I'll watch.
The International Olympic Committee has announced a new framework on transgender athletes, saying that no athlete should be excluded from competition on the assumption of an advantage due to their gender. Long story short, they're allowing transgenders.
Boom. And they're about to run a fucking 10 flat.
Oh, well,
I smoke all
I
these
can't wait
bitches.
for the women's
They're
events
gonna
now.
run 11.5 and get absolute gassed.
That's trash though, because women's track I think is in one of the best places it's ever been. Like even the last World Games, we watched the women's more than we watched the men's.
They're banned from track.
All right, thank God.
So they're banned from track, but not banned from what?
Certain sports.
Well, they've upped it now. So apparently let's clarify. What I read was the rules in 2021. Now in 2023, the new announced regulations come into force. They came into force on March 31st. They prohibit athletes who have gone through what the WA would call male puberty from participating in female world ranking competitions.
Oh, so they can't.
Of course they can't.
What do you mean? Of course they.
What
just
country?
changed it. They
Wait,
did.
They would have to change that. That's just not right, bro.
What country are the Summer Games in?
Where is it this year?
Is it in a progressive country?
I know we have next. Or no?
Oh, well, it better not be in Florida then.
Paris.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
pretty
they can get that
progressive.
off. They can get that off in Paris.
You can do that in Paris.
So basically, you can't.
But trust me, the Beijing Games,
Not happening.
that wasn't happening in 08.
No.
So transgender men can perform, but transgender women cannot be in the women's sports.
So
That's
transgendered
2024.
men.
Yes.
There's no way they
So
would.
people
even
who
be.
were born women, assigned women at birth,
Mhm.
but became transgender men, they can participate in the men's sport.
But that shit would never happen.
But they won't qualify.
because they can't qualify.
What does assigned women at birth mean?
Demaris?
Uh,
A woman.
Amara.
Assigned women? Or what
They
does that
call
mean?
it assigned.
They call
because
it assigned because that
Who's they? Who
because
calls it-
people
who
say
calls
that
it?
you're not born a gender. So
Who
in
said
that
you're not born a gender?
They.
Are you fucking
you're
kidding
born a sex, you're not
Jill-
born
Jill
a
Biden?
gender. This is not my thoughts.
Okay,
This is
all right.
what
You're born a sex.
So
Okay.
you are born male or female. So
Right.
I'm sorry, not even assigned women at birth, assigned female at birth.
Assigned person.
So I was assigned female at birth. They told me that I was a girl because I had a coochie.
How'd you feel
Right?
about that?
That's
But
that's a
if
scientific term.
Yes. If my brain and my body chemistry instead said that I was going to be a man or that I felt like a man, that I would be and I decided to, transform, I would be a transgender.
A transformer.
Even though I was born with a coochie, I would be a transgender man.
Combination.
Okay,
what? You couldn't wait to get that off, could you?
I can't wait for the combination summer. Those games, the combination games.
Combination games.
It's gonna go crazy. I got that on TiVo. I just listen, man.
It will be as fucked up as it is. I'm definitely watching any women's event that has a transgender in it. Because homie is gonna smoke them.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna look like the Somali girl.
Yo, come on, man. You have to watch that shit. You have to.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Imagine weightlifting.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, you almost have to tune in just to watch the fucking, the circus. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, we just have to listen, man.
Like, this is the Olympics.
Listen, I'm all for, be whatever you want to be. Whatever you feel you are, great for you. I don't care about that. But when you start talking about competing, male versus female, whatever you decide you feel like you may be, it's going to be on full display if you're in the wrong competition.
How messy do you think 2028 Summer Olympics in LA is going to be?
We pot out there.
I mean, we have to.
LA?
Yeah, 2028 is in LA.
Oh yeah,
2024 is in Paris, and then after that, the Summer Games.
Don't we get the World Cup next?
They said they started displacing the homeless people. Like they gotta move.
Well, I mean, a lot of the reason they built SoFi Stadium outside of football was SoFi. I call it, we're closer, so I call it SoFi.
Yeah, you know her personally.
Yeah, one of my joints.
Yeah, one of your pieces. Huh?
Yeah, it's my Inglewood thing.
Yeah,
was so they could get the Olympic bid. Like the Rams lucked up. I don't know if the Rams were getting that stadium if they weren't trying to get that Olympic bid.
That's beautiful too.
You've seen the documentaries about even in the beginning of the Lil Baby doc of how the Summer Games in '96 drastically changed Atlanta. Mm-hmm. South Central is going to look crazy in 4 years.
Well, the whole California is going to look a lot different in 4 years.
But if the main stadium for the Summer Games is going to be in Inglewood, that's wild.
Well, that area has already started to change.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely gentrified.
A lot of developments have happened over there. A lot of businesses. I think it's, a lot of people that are from there. At first, I think they were indifferent about it. They kind of didn't know how to feel about a stadium being right there in their backyard. And I went, was it last year? I finally went to a game there, and it's wild how literally your house is right here on the corner, and 2 blocks over is the stadium. You
can hear game sound from your home.
Yeah, it's insane in the middle of Inglewood. But I know a lot of people they didn't know how to feel about it at first when the idea first came. But I think a lot of people in that area now are starting to kind of settle in and not be so mad at the stadium being there. Mm-hmm. I think they've accepted it. Obviously, the property value in the neighborhood has went up. So I mean, it helps. I know at first it's a thing with people that were born and raised there, thinking that it's just gonna disrupt the entire community. But I think that there is benefits of having a beautiful stadium like the SoFi Stadium in your backyard.
Well, I'm curious too, and I don't want to make this too local for the West Coast, but what that'll end up doing to the IE in certain parts of the valley, because they're gonna push people. Some people have to go somewhere. Yeah, and Long Beach is only doing the same. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Long Beach is going to be a huge part of the Olympics, Summer Games. So yeah, the LA suburbs are going to get interesting, to say the least.
To say the least about things interesting, there's a video of Beyonce at her show.
Where were you?
Where was I? I was home. This was in Boston. She had a show in Boston.
You love Boston.
Do I? She was getting help down off of
the
stage.
Tank broke down. And
the officer kind of
he's crew.
It's kind of like he didn't want to. You seen Julian?
Julius got up.
Julius walked up and was kind of ready to put hands on somebody, but I don't think it was the internet took the video and they were kind of
cradled it.
He kind of copped a feel a little bit.
He copped a feel.
Boston's finest right here, baby.
She was safe. She was safely down that ladder.
Boston PD.
He's not BFD.
But I think he was trying to make it, when you grab somebody like that is so that when she goes to step down, if she falls, he's able. That's the best place for him.
Yeah,
to catch her. I don't think he was being creepy.
I don't think he was being. I don't think so. I don't think. Come to find, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the internet will find out who this guy is. And his fucking
I'm
past.
sure he's lost his job
past
already.
Is crazy.
I'm sure they've murdered his family by now.
The Beehive?
Yes.
The swarm
the Beehive.
team.
Yo, man, they found him. Yeah, he's out of here.
I'm sure his daughter is permanently traumatized at her school.
It's just, it's when you talk about helping a woman down off of something, it's hand placement can be a little, I don't know where to place my hand, but again, I don't want her to fall. So it's a little, it's a blurred line. It is a blurred line, but I don't think that he was being.
I don't think he was being creepy either.
But watch the other guy.
Because he was on kind of like the top of her ass, and then at the end when she had reached the bottom step, he went full left cheek.
Well, it was.
But he didn't grab her though. His hand was like placed there just in case.
Yeah, it was open. Yeah, it was open palm. It wasn't like.
Wait, if I palmed the bottom of a left cheek,
no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
Keep going.
The fingers weren't curled in. It was like this. It was open palm.
It was open palm.
Oh,
it was why?
No, keep going. Keep going.
And
Keep
he wasn't
going.
even really touching her.
Yeah, it was kind of like
That's
just
a
there.
nasty angle.
Open
Come on.
palm. It's open. It's not this. It's
if
not
you're on
this.
audio, go pull up the
You
video.
can't
of
tell
Beyonce in
those.
Boston so you can look at
What
it.
are these? The fibulas?
I don't know what those are.
You think that's a fibula, Rory?
He didn't say that.
You said a fibula. That's your fucking fingertip. What are you
Yeah, it's
talking
the
about?
Fibula.
the
Fibula
fibula.
is like- it's a full bone in your. I think it's.
This
in your
is
arm or
the
your
lower
leg.
lower dorsimus.
Your whole leg.
What are these called again?
Fingers.
Your
What are you
metacarpal.
talking
No,
about?
metacarpals.
Oh,
That's what I was looking for.
Metacarpals.
Yeah, your metacarpal.
Okay.
That's not it.
Obviously,
Yeah,
everyone knows
melatonin.
that.
Everybody knows
Which
that.
is connected to the lower
Yeah.
dorsimus.
The lower
To the
east
lower
side.
fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's connected to the lower east side.
This is to Thompson
And that's
Street.
the Ludlow House.
Yeah. I get it.
Those look like they are applying a bit of pressure, which would equal to a cuff.
Nah, again.
And if she fell backwards, how is grabbing the bottom of her left cheek going to stop her from falling backwards?
That's because so you have a baby now. So when you hold her, right, the best place for
Amara
you
and
to-
Beyonce are not the same.
Amara's like 8 pounds.
But what I'm-
it's like
I'm talking
a grown
about-
woman.
and Amara doesn't go down ladders.
I'm talking about body composition, right?
Yeah.
The place to catch her will be the place where there's a hook to her.
Yeah, if I'm like
Something
this.
to catch.
Yeah, somebody already had the back.
I think you guys are sleeping on the other guy. Look at the guy on the other side of him.
Nah, he was being respectful.
No, look
he
at-
had Julius breathing on his neck.
He hover-handed the entire time. Watch, he's there for her guidance, but look, you can see the shadow. He never touched her.
That's good. Hover
Hover
hand you
hand.
have to do because if
Look
you
at that.
fall,
Full hover.
it's okay to grab the ass.
Hover. He never.
He's
touched
grabbing
her.
ass with no indication of Beyonce. Beyonce at the
I don't
Super
think
Bowl
he was being creepy.
did a back kick
Either.
and came back. Like, we really think Beyonce's going to fall off a fucking ladder?
I don't think he was being creepy.
Guess what? If
And then
it's
look-
my
and then
job
he
to
has
make
her
sure she
hand-
doesn't fall, I'm gonna put my hair wherever the fuck I need to. Because what's worse than people thinking me grabbing Beyonce's ass is people thinking I let Beyonce fall.
Yeah, you don't want to let Beyonce.
You
fall.
don't let Beyonce.
Beyonce
fall.
can't fall on your.
I don't care if you got to grab her by the back of that blonde wig. You need to hold on for dear
And
life.
then look, he has her hand. He's escorting her to the next part of the set.
Beyonce knows where the set is.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
but
she knows where the stage is.
he's
She
part
put
of,
this together.
he's part of the crew though. He has to. That's his job to make sure she gets to where she needs to be safely.
Nah, judging by Julius's, I mean, he has this facial expression
Also,
all the
great
time.
pan to Julius.
But-
Whoever filmed this. Smoked it.
He looks a bit concerned. He didn't like what happened. And like, why are you grabbing her like a toddler, moving her with her hand?
Yeah, I don't think he's being creepy.
I think this is a classic case of like they get the veteran cop that probably doesn't know who the
He's
artist
not a
is.
cop. He works on the
Well,
crew.
Whatever. Is he? Yeah.
It says
He
crew on the
veteran,
back.
Like he's
But I'm just saying, like
He's retired
He
from
probably
copping.
doesn't know who Beyonce is. Like he's just like, this is an artist. I'm taking this artist because she has to get down from this thing.
Let me explain something to
You'd
you.
be surprised, Maul.
I understand what you're
It's a
saying.
white man in Boston.
I understand
he
what you're
knows
saying.
who Beyonce
I'm
is.
guaranteeing you that man with that crew jacket on that night knew exactly who that lady was.
But he
was like,
okay, so fine. Say he knows who Beyonce. Say it doesn't mean he necessarily knows the rules when it comes to touching
oh no,
Beyonce.
Listen, that I don't. Again, we just cracking jokes here, but I don't think he was being inappropriate.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's a female. So no matter where you place your hands on a female, when it's gonna be like, hey, watch your hands. You don't want to be handsy with a woman.
And first of all, where are y'all getting that this is a retired cop from Boston?
I
This
never
guy's
said
a
that.
crew member that travels with him everywhere.
No, he's a
They're
retired
not
cop.
letting a retired cop from Boston just help Beyonce. He's a crew member that has been with them at every
He'll
tour.
be working the event, but he won't be on stage with a crew jacket on. No, absolutely.
You think if he
There's
like
definitely retired cops there, not
Oh, for sure.
if he,
near Beyonce.
if he dipped his hand in ink and like went to like the cop thing and like did the roll and then put that on eBay and was like, "This is the hand that grabbed Beyonce's at." You think that someone would buy it? See,
but then that would be creepy.
He could monetize this.
No,
how's it creepy? You could just say it's my handprint.
Because then you're confirming that I grabbed her ass.
He happened to.
No, he helped her off. He helped her down the ladder.
Grabs Drake's ass. Would you and did that? Would you buy it?
Yes,
I figured.
It's a word that I want to use here. I just don't know how progressive we are as a country yet and as a world.
Well, the Olympics aren't progressive enough yet.
All right, so
it's just, I mean, Moneybagg Yo just canceled tour dates. It's so crazy.
And nobody's helping him get down the ladder. Like, they're going to let Moneybagg Yo fall if he comes down the ladder. There's going to be no crew there to help him. Moneybagg Yo is canceling some shows on his tour after low ticket sales. Again, I guess they're keeping a poll of all of the rappers that are forced to cancel shows due to low ticket sales. And
it's tough to sell tickets, man.
Why do they keep announcing this every time it happens?
Because people are miserable on the internet, and this is a great time that we can shit on someone and deflect from the own misery of our lives where we are not succeeding.
And along with that, I think that there are people that are just trying to actively point out, again, just hip hop and music kind of like suffering right now. Mm-hmm. With rappers not being able to sell tickets to their shows.
It's tough.
I mean,
it's in the year of Hip Hop 50. It's ironic, and I think that's why they're doing it so much. Honestly,
I mean, it's just, again, I go back to the simple fact of a lot of these artists just aren't performers. They aren't artists that you want to pay to go see perform. The music is not really, worth going to see performed. Now you have to be more popular than you have to be talented. So, a lot of those things come into play here when you talk about artists of today. It's just not the music, the skill level, the talent is not what it used to be. A lot of these artists are popular online. They have a following online, but obviously that doesn't equate to physical sales, to people paying their money to come out to see these artists. So yeah, this is just a product of just the game changing and, music not being what it used to be.
At what point are we going to blame the booking agents to some degree?
Thank you.
Because it's not Moneybagg Yo's job to know what venues and markets he's the best in. Of course, it's great for his career if he understands that. That's what separates the great artists from the good ones, when they know all that stuff. But you are hiring a booking agent to take 10%, sometimes 20%, to know all of these analytics perfectly, to check even the temperature of certain markets where it's not even tangible, like to really understand your music, your career, and your fan base. So as much as we want to throw this on the artist, like, haha, look at Lil Baby not selling that arena out. If Lil Baby is hiring what's supposed to be experts to take 10% of his tour revenue, which is fucking crazy, and they're supposed to be the best of the best, why are we blaming Lil Baby?
Yeah.
Why aren't we blaming the fucking booking agent that should know? That's his job, her job, their job to know.
I would never.
That market and Baby is not clicking. We already know that streams do not equal ticket sales. Can we please all live in a world that's not all analytics? Like, you need to understand the temperature and the culture of what is going on right now. And you're just trying to cover your ass and make your fucking quota for the month and be like, hey, look, put Lil Baby in State Farm. Yeah. It's like, well, wait, can he do that?
Yeah.
It's not, these are professionals.
You gotta look at UTA and WME. Like, it sucks that the artist gets looked at like it's their fault. Like,
and we're not talking about like the artists like mans he grew up with that he's trying to give an opportunity to and is doing his fucking best. These are professional booking agencies. And now it hurts the perception and brand of these artists when this happens. Yeah. If I hire, and I don't want to like put it on any specific agency per se, make up 3 letters.
ABC.
If I hire ABC and they're a premier booking agent and they say, hey, NewRoryNMal, you guys can sell out the Garden. And we're like, are you sure? Like, positive. We've done all the research. We're the best. We've been doing this for years. Hey, we also represent the Weekend. We like all this shit. I don't think it's naive, especially young artists, to go, well, all right, y'all are the ones that know this.
Yeah,
this is why you're taking 10%.
Yeah.
And guess who's the only one that's going to get the pushback, their brand getting compromised. They're going to look crazy. They have to deal with their own fans that now can't even go see them because we had to cancel a whole date. If we just went to fucking Terminal 5, I could have had my core fan base there.
Right.
And now these people are like, well, I guess maybe I'll see them next year.
I think it just came down to a lot of artists wanting to feel like they are those arena artists.
But then these booking agents, if you talk to them and you fucking schmooze through the industry, they're laughing at their own clients
all the time.
And anytime you'll be like, well, why would you guys put them there? Like, well, he can't move any tickets. You're a fucking booking agent.
Right. Yeah, it's fucked up because now
Just
the artist
fucking
has to
go to a smaller venue, and if you sell out right away, make it 2 nights. Why don't you book out a week at a small venue and see what you can do?
It's fucked up because now the artist has to wear that. It's like a
That's what I'm
stain.
saying.
It's like, oh, you had to cancel shows.
What type of venues was Moneybagg Yo trying to? I doubt he was trying to do arenas, right? But
I don't know.
Who would be that booking agent? And I'm not trying to shit on Moneybagg Yo. I know he streams really well, but arenas are
These are arenas.
T5,
Spectrum Center,
Terminal 5.
State Farm Arena, Terminal 5,
Heritage
Bridgestone
Bank
Arena.
Center.
These are arenas. Capital One.
Wow.
These are arenas.
Yeah.
Listen, I will be the first one to say I'm, of course, know who Moneybagg Yo is. I know a few songs. I'm not well versed in his catalog to know that
His
that's
fans
insane.
are not
And I
going
think
to-
but
it's sexy,
maybe in Atlanta and like his hometown, but his fans are not.
Sexy
Is he
Red,
from
Sexy Red, and Finesse
Atlanta?
2 times. I think were the opening acts. So
Okay.
there's that as well.
Which bring fans. Like that's a good lineup.
Yeah, but how many people are going to see Sexy Red do 2 records?
A lot
Good
of
amount, yeah.
I mean, but it's not just
That's a good
her.
that's a good supporting act in the moment in time
Yeah.
of everything that's happening right now. That's
No,
a
it's
good thing to add to your
That's
show,
a look for
sure.
Sexy Red. That's a look for her. That's a great look for her.
That's- I would assume this is her first tour.
and it will bring more women out.
So that's a good look for her. She'll bring women to come out to hear those records. But again, you asking for a lot of people to want to jump on that when you say arenas. Terminal 5, okay,
But that's in
doable.
New York, I feel like.
But when you start saying arenas, I don't know if that many people are going to want to come out to see Sexy Red. They love her. They listen to it in the car. They listen to it in the crib, in the
Well, as a
club.
supporting act.
Yeah, but I'm just saying now you're talking about what else now after that? After we get those songs now, what are we waiting on?
Well, Lil Baby hired Tiana, and Tiana is now advertising his tour on her platforms because she's doing his his production of his dancer.
Now, let me say this. I saw that too. Shout out to Tiana, the aunties and all of that. Dope. I think what Tiana's doing is great. I don't think she will. But if Tiana Taylor has Little Baby up there dancing, his career is over.
I don't think
he'll
so.
do some
She was just
choreography.
training his dancers, not
Let me explain something to you, Julian. You don't like black people. I love black people. Let me explain
What
something
the
to you.
fuck?
If Little Baby gets on stage, and listen to what I'm telling you. If Little Baby gets on stage
I'm about to shut you
and
down
Tiana
so
has
fast.
him dancing,
I think she will.
Keep going. Keep
his
going.
career is going to flop.
Definitely not.
Here you
Don't
go.
bring up Drake.
2020, what year was it? When Kendrick made his return a day in Vegas? 2022, 21?
Different artists.
I was there.
Different artists.
Lil Baby was the opening. Lil Baby was the last artist before Kendrick. He did a whole fucking choreography set with his dancers.
Little Baby?
Yes.
He danced?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yes,
Lil
I
Baby
was
does
there.
that.
I figured
in Vegas.
the
I
moment
saw
I
it
saw Tiana
2
was
years
part of it.
ago.
Oh, he's
he
gonna
was
be dancing.
Dancing?
Dancing.
Yeah.
And he had a set. Like he had this like giant chair thing
Rappers
that he
don't
could put on.
dance.
I'll find it. I'll
Yes,
find
they-
video of it.
Not Little
They
Baby.
just pull up their
Tupac
pants and
danced.
do the
Big
rock
Daddy
away.
Kane danced. Dancing with one of his dancers, like grinding on, that's different. I'm talking about if he's up there doing a full 4 count,
A fork on.
yo, it's going to get bad.
But why can't rappers could do that? Why not?
Bro, rappers can't dance, man. I'm sorry. It's fucked up, but they just can't.
Kendrick danced in his show?
Different type of artists.
So is it rappers can't dance or hood rappers can't dance? Which one is that?
I mean, Kendrick's from Compton.
It's just the type of content, the type of music you making. Like it's just you can't that dance is very listen, dancing for rappers is almost like when it comes to acting for rappers. Like once you go too far into the acting lane, it's hard to come back into the rapping lane.
Offset be dancing? Like Offset be like dancing.
No, they were dancers before they started rapping. Like the Migos, they was break dancing doing that before they started rapping. That was their thing.
Okay, but most people don't know them for that. Most people just know them for rapping. So
No, but
Don't box Baby in, man. Let him get his choreo
I
off.
fuck with Lil Baby. If he's up there doing a 4 count, bro, that's gonna be bad.
You don't think that if someone did a fucking there he is.
That's not really dancing. No, that's just
You don't think that clip would go viral and that would help his show out if There was
man.
a video of Baby dancing at the first one.
You could get into his zone and vibe to his lyrics, but he can't be up there doing 4-count full choreography. He can't. He's just not that type of artist. People don't want to. I don't even think people want to see Lil Baby doing that.
There he goes.
Right there.
There he goes. Ooh.
I would watch Lil Baby.
He's a little stiff. Pause.
Bro, he can't. Tiana can't have him in the 4-count. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Voicemails.
Love voicemails.
Should we start with the classic relationship issues?
I mean, we are the relationship gurus that
And
seem
everybody
to have it all figured out.
Everybody has relationship issues. So
Do you, Mal?
me?
Mhm.
No.
You have to be in one.
Oh. You never had a relationship issue?
Oh, of course I have.
Play the voicemail.
Yeah. Plenty of relationship issues.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's RK from Scarborough. Just had a quick question.
Mine's them.
Might be a follow-up still.
This might be a follow-up
I've been
still.
trying to break up with this girl for the past, 5-6 months. And every time I
Oh, she's cheesing him.
get to it, something happens. Like, I'm in the middle of breaking up with her, and her grandpa passes away. I kind of can't be like, sucks for you.
That's not fun.
You know what I mean? And then the next time after that,
You know what I mean?
this girl was like homeless literally the day before, and she was gonna tell me. And man, I don't know. It just seems like every time something keeps popping up, and like
I'm only
she's
laughing
showing
because
me
I've
that
been
she's
through something
moving
similar.
a
Like,
little bit crazy, like doxing me, recording everything, take pictures of me when I'm not looking and stuff. And like, is it hip hop if I go on her phone and I just delete all the memories of me and us?
calling them memories is crazy.
Anyways, I'm just asking
I like this
for
kid.
a friend. Cough, cough. Peace, guys. Love you guys. Fan of the pod.
I love Canada so much.
What was his name again?
RK.
I fuck with RK. I've been through similar shit like that when you're trying to get out of a relationship and bad shit just keeps happening to them and you're not like a terrible person. So it's like, all right,
It's
family member
retrograde.
passed. Let me think. Like I could withstand another month, 2 months per se. If a family member died, you have to thug it out.
Going homeless in that stretch.
RK from Scarborough. First of all, it's not hip hop to ever go through a girl's phone. Number one.
Not if you're deleting the memories though.
No, never go through a
Memories don't live like
Wiping her camera log is hilarious.
Number two, I think this is just the universe telling you that this is just your person.
No, that's the last thing I thought you were about
Wow,
to say.
stay together is your advice?
I thought you were about to say,
Bro,
yo, fuck her
Might as
grandfather.
well is your advice.
No, not might as well. That's never my advice. What I'm saying is the universe, grandfather died, and then she was homeless. That might be the universe's way of saying, yo, this woman needs you in her life in some capacity. Like, I don't think you should abandon her, leave her, break up with her, because these things are happening. She obviously needs someone.
Well, he should ask himself, if he was homeless, would she still fuck with him?
No, he shouldn't ask himself that.
Why not?
No, because you don't do things for people in hopes that they'll return it. You do things for people because you're a good
I'm just trying to
person or
stand
you're
up as a
not.
man that maybe his excuse should be like, yo, I'm not trying to fuck with a bum. Like,
He hates
you know
her.
what? Get your shit together first. Sorry, it's parking. I have to change the meter. Get your shit together first and then come back to me. Come back to me healed.
It's your birth control alarm.
Yeah, but those are
Let me take
things that she can't, like death, she can't control, obviously. Grandfather died.
Yeah,
right?
but the moment she's homeless, like that is kind of your way out to be like, hey, I'm just at a point in my life. You have a lot going on. Maybe you should focus on you first. And then down the line, when you get it together, maybe our paths will cross.
But if you genuinely care about her and she's homeless and you
gotta help.
crib,
Yeah,
like,
you
you're probably
can't-
going to take her in.
Bro, this is your girlfriend. Like, you can't leave your girlfriend when she's homeless, bro.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
Do you guys watch Curb?
Yeah,
Of course.
yes.
I don't want to, I mean, I don't think I'm spoiling. Curb's been out forever. You know when he's dating Vivica A. Fox
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to break up with her, but then she gets cancer?
Yeah.
And then he tries to find a therapist to tell her that he's too toxic to be around since she has cancer.
Yeah.
That could be a strategy.
Mm.
Y'all should go to a couples therapist, but like one you
It
pick
could
out,
be, but that's
and
fucked
be like-
up. It could be a strategy, but that's still fucked up.
or is that a really kind way to get rid of somebody?
He didn't even tell us why he wanted, like, not want to be with
He hates that girl.
He definitely hates that girl.
If you want to go through somebody's phone and go through their phone to delete all memories of you, hoping she gets over you, you need to leave her alone.
You hate that person.
That's
hate that
sick.
person.
Like her
And
own personal memories, he wants
Yeah.
to get rid of.
That's
That's nuts.
sick.
I'm not an advocate for being with women that you you hate low key. Like just no matter what she's going through, like make sure she's good. Like you need to go.
Yeah.
What was her relationship with her grandfather?
Rory.
That's a good question. Good question.
No, it's not.
What if he really wasn't shit? She just pulled up to the funeral, like, and just for the berries, like to bury him. But who's to say they had a relationship?
I just feel like in those moments, you gotta kind of like. I think that your karma will be taken care of if you kind of stay with a person and kind of like be that person for them in those moments.
I'm surprised that's yours.
I cannot believe that is your response.
Yeah, I think that will help him through that.
I thought you would have the logical response of if you clearly don't like this person, even though she has a lot going on in her life, that's not your problem at this point.
That's
dragging her along is going to make it worse than just her grandfather.
I'm not saying drag. Also,
and being homeless in Toronto is fucking crazy.
Also, why is that crazy?
It's cold up there.
One, it's cold.
Wildfires.
Two, I just feel like it's such a kind, like it's our neighbors to the north. They're so nice. They would take anyone in.
Drake's
just knock on a door and I feel like someone.
Drake's got some room.
That's true.
If you go to the estate,
Scarborough Mall.
He's on tour.
He'd be crying. He'd be on his knees in a puddle crying if she went to the estate.
The embassy.
That could maybe
my bad.
Keep them together. Maybe he'll like her more once he finds out that she's up at the embassy. He's on tour. Like, it's not that threatening.
Home's open.
Yo, you got to stay with her still.
It's just the Kentucky Wildcats staying there right now, doing some.
Yeah, okay. Don't leave that girl while she's homeless, man. Don't do that. That's fuck. That's a.
But any woman would leave a man if he was homeless, though.
That's not true.
Bitches move niggas in their cribs.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's definitely not true.
I've been moved.
Yeah, like that's not true, man. Don't do that. Nah, I just
my best work.
Wait, whoa, Demaris, say that out loud.
I said it out loud.
Nah, they didn't hear you.
I said the best dick comes from men who need somewhere to stay.
She said no. She said the best dick come from homeless dudes.
I know what she means though. Like,
yeah.
When I needed a place to stay,
I got fucking keys out of you.
I was laying wood.
You got to get them copy them keys.
That's
you
true.
fuck that copy out of you.
And like you
don't even know your pussy can make keys. You ain't even know that, did you, Demaris?
It's called a queef.
Demaris ain't even know her pussy can make a copy of her house keys. You ain't know that. Look how fast.
You're a locksmith.
Boxsmith. Oh man.
All right, let's get to the next one.
I have 3 kids and I have 1 on the way. I have 2 baby mamas, and my 4th kid will give me my 3rd. And me and her were together until she got pregnant. And then after she got pregnant, she went nuts. And then
happens.
Things didn't go so good. Now we're not together. She was asking me to do crazy shit that I'm not with. So my question is,
like raise kids?
Should I try to do the shit she's asking me to do?
Be present.
And act like I like her? Or should I just do me and say fuck it? And just do what I got to do and keep bettering myself and not worry about what she wants me to do and just do me and take what she got coming for me because I already know what it is. I've been through it twice. Let me know.
This is really cryptic.
Peace.
Well, you have to be consistent and say, yes, continue to pretend to like her.
No. He doesn't like himself. He said, yep, I know what's coming. Why do you keep putting yourself in these situations with these women?
I can't answer this without knowing what she wants you to do.
Yeah.
Take care of his responsibilities. Yeah, take care of responsibilities. Fucking be a man, like raise his children. I don't know. Like
she got pregnant, went crazy, and was like, yo, you have to be the father since you are.
Yeah, like what? I don't understand what he's saying. Like, yo, she got pregnant and then she went crazy. What does that mean? That's such a blanketed statement.
Well, that is true.
Yeah, but go crazy how?
It's hormones. They're
hormones change. Yes, emotions change. Yeah, I get that part. But he's saying like, I've been through this twice already.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, sir, you're the problem.
Yeah, you should stop coming inside of women.
Yeah, you should wear a condom. Like that's simple. A lot of these issues wouldn't be here if you just wore a $2 condom. Like
condoms are $2 now.
No, they're not. They're more than that.
But like single condom?
If you buy in bulk?
Well, like a pack of 12 is like
$30 now.
$18.99,
What?
$20, something like that.
Inflation is crazy.
They're like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Rory said,
same thing.
What?
Is that a Biden thing? Why are they so expensive?
Definitely Obama.
Yeah, that's a Biden thing.
Yeah.
Put that on the demon rats. But yeah, Levi, you're the problem here, sir. You are having sex with women and then coming in them and then getting them pregnant and then expecting them to be okay with, I guess, whatever else bullshit you have going on in your life. And if you have, this is your 3rd baby mother with 3 kids, it's your 4th on the way. I'm pretty sure that this woman had to deal with some stuff from your other two baby mothers. And now she has to, because if you have 2 kids and you're in a relationship with a girl, like she kind of sort of has to have a relationship to some extent with your kids as well.
Yeah.
She has to share her time with you, with your kids. I'm pretty sure she's getting some type of energy from your 2 other baby mothers. So it's a lot that girl had to deal with as well. So yeah, Levi, I think, is that his name, Levi?
Yeah.
Levi, I think you're the problem. I think that you, sir, need to either go get a vasectomy. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Get a vasectomy if you don't want to wear condoms. But take care of your fucking kids.
Take steroids.
Take care of your kids. Take care of your responsibilities. Be a man. It's not hip hop to have kids and not take care of your kids. That's not hip hop at all. Actually,
might be step 1 of hip hop.
I think the guy that set up the first turntables might have been going through that same. He might have had some kids that he wasn't. But
at one point, Brenda had a baby, and then she didn't.
Yeah, let's be progressive in hip hop. It's not hip hop to have kids and not take care of them. Like let's get that fucking energy out of hip hop. But take care of your fucking kids, take care of your responsibilities, and get a vasectomy.
Julian, I did see something, and maybe we could do it for Patreon. My friend is gay but has a family. Was that something I saw?
Oh,
It looked fucking nuts.
It's a good one. Should we do it?
My friend is gay.
No, like this guy has a girl he's married into a family. The girl's family doesn't like gay people. They're extremely religious. His best friend is gay, and they like want him to stop being friends with this guy. It's like fucked up.
We can save that one.
Yeah. We'll do one more, and then we'll save that one for Patreon.
All right, cool.
Cool.
All right, let's do this. This is a good one.
What's up, Rory? What's up, Mal? I've been fucking with you guys since the old pod. I'm 43 years old, one of your older listeners. So, Mal, I fuck with you with everything you be saying. My situation is I have been in a situationship for the past 8 years.
Swag.
Somebody that's a little bit older than me.
Love it.
The way
Married
the
with
situation
kids,
started, it wasn't supposed to be anything serious. However, I know me. I'm a creature of habit. I get comfortable in situations. We both develop feelings for each other, and here we are 8 years later. My problem is I realize I'm getting older, not younger, and I want to start doing that old people couple shit, and I can't do that with somebody who's not willing to give me 100% of them, and I am trying to give 100% of me. I already know what I need to do. I pretty much know what you guys are going to tell me, but I need to hear it because I need tough love. And like I said, since I'm a creature of habit, it's hard for me to let go of situations, especially when my feelings are involved. So just let me hear it. All right, peace.
I'm gonna assume he's married with kids, right?
I'm gonna assume that he has kids. I'm gonna assume that he is married. It's a situationship, or he's probably telling her like, we're going through a divorce. We're separated. We're not together.
Yep.
Baby girl, go ahead and leave that man.
Because Maul's waiting for you.
Leave that man.
That's true.
But I'm just saying that's not.
Think about it.
That's not.
You're
we didn't think
available.
about it.
No, but think about it now.
You can call back and
take
set
some
up your
time.
first date.
Yeah, no, just dump him. Just move on.
She can't dump him. They're not in a relationship.
Well,
Stop being the side chick.
Yeah.
Stop answering his calls at 2 a.m.
In the situationship.
when his kids are asleep.
In the situationship, there's something out there for you that's much healthier than this situation.
And let's be nice. We all understand situationships and how comfortable they can be, especially if you have a certain schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really maybe have time to do that, or you didn't want to. But now you're getting to a certain age where that's a thing. You have to change your habits.
Yeah.
And this being one of them, you got to move on.
Got to move on. Put yourself in a healthier position. Like you say, you're not getting any younger. So you don't have time to waste on shit that's just not beneficial. It's not really going nowhere. 8 years of a situationship is absolutely fucking crazy.
Is it though?
Yes. It is. 8 years?
Yes.
3 years is like,
There are
all right.
some situationships where both people like go in and out of relationships and y'all just continue to fuck with each other because it's familiar.
Yeah.
That's still a situationship to me.
Doing that for 8 years.
8 years straight of just a situationship, the two of y'all, is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But
Is it straight or is it fluctuate? I'd imagine they've had to take a year or two off in between. Like, there's no way they've been.
I've had
they sound
situationships
like-
where I've gotten in a relationship or she's gotten in a relationship and we stopped dealing with each other.
Yeah.
But then when it was broken up, we went back, and that's had a lengthy time.
But
That's still a situationship to me, though.
I don't consider those situations.
You don't get
I
rollover
consider
minutes?
situationships
No, not
is
rollover
like
minutes.
when y'all are doing like almost relationship shit, but y'all aren't like official. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that?
relationship?
There's a lot for 8 years.
Relationship
For 8
shit
years,
is
it's
fun.
mad shit.
For
wrong
8
with
years
that.
doing that is a lot wrong with
Especially
that.
at
That's
43.
fucking crazy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. You spent your mid-30s now into your early 40s doing that?
Yeah.
Situationships are for your 20s, baby.
Yeah, like you supposed to be.
That's not entirely true.
No, they're not just for your.
No,
I
not
actually
just for
think
your
they
20s.
probably strive better in your 30s and 40s. If someone is just, that's where they're at with their life. They don't want to get in like a fully committed thing. A situationship for someone in their 30s and 40s is perfect. You don't have to go out and fucking date and meet new
8
people.
years is a commitment.
You're probably busy.
8 years
8
of a
years is a
situationship?
commitment.
That's 2 terms.
Who commits in a situationship? That's the point of a situationship. You're not committed.
No, but a situation. That's why.
It's
that's
a
why
commitment
crazy.
to the person.
That's why it's crazy to have a situationship for 8 years.
You don't think this woman and that man have fucked other people during the 8 years of their situationship?
I'm sure
I don't
it's
know.
happened.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know these people. But what I'm saying is to say you had a situationship for 8 years.
Because if it's
Bro,
just
come
that,
on, yo.
then that could be like you could have an 8-year fuck buddy. Like, no, that's just my fuck
But
buddy.
some people
Like,
would
I can
consider
trust
that a
that.
situation.
Yeah, is that not a situation?
Nah,
To
bro.
some degree.
She says she
A fuck
had
buddy could be a
feelings.
situationship.
Have you fucked a girl that you fucked 8 years ago? Like, I don't want to say recently. Like, but
But not
you
recently,
fucked
but
over
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably similar to what they're going through.
Nah,
Nah.
they sound like they in
No,
deeper than
she
that.
has feelings for the.
Yeah, they're
You don't catch feelings for your fuck buddy after 8 years.
I got feelings.
Or that's when you do catch feelings.
8 years?
No.
8 years of anything is a lot. I don't give a fuck what it is. A situationship is absolutely crazy to have for 8 years. It's like at some point you got to be like, all right, man, what we doing? Because this 8 years of this,
and
we should be living together.
and
at
then
this
add
point.
in the 1.5 year pandemic years.
We should be living together.
That is going through the situationship through the pandemic is nuts. You might as well just get married.
Half of their, well, that's like that was like the halfway point of this.
She's leaving out information though. He's married with kids.
He definitely has kids. He's definitely has somebody he's living with.
Yeah.
100%. He goes to her house like, you know, when he has free nights and weekends.
When he's at work.
Yeah. Depending on the type of phone plan he
Work
has.
late. We're gonna
He's
double.
at work. He's doing the overnight.
We're gonna double.
I get it.
I gotta record Patreon.
Yeah, I get it. But to do that for 8 years, no. You got to move on. Move on to something more solidified, something more concrete, something more stable. Because you're going to end up getting your feelings hurt somewhere down the line. If they're not already hurt.
Call back and let us know if this has been a fluctuating thing or if it's been straight.
And call back and let us know when you cut it off.
Yeah, and what city you're in. Unless you said that, I don't remember.
No, I didn't.
Send your IG too.
Okay.
Send the IG.
Or more.
For me?
From all, yeah.
No, I'm cool.
You guys are closest in age.
What does that mean? So
Why you cool? You don't know her. I thought you was looking for love.
Chemistry.
Who?
You.
Looking for love.
Yes.
Looking for my keys this morning. I'm not looking for love. What are you talking about? Looking for love?
I think Eddin would be good with a nice cougar. I think he's at that point in his life. Nice
maybe.
older woman.
I could use a sugar mama.
Yeah.
Eddin would be good at that.
Sugar mama?
Like that
Oh.
kind of relationship.
For sure. Like he has to edit late and like she can just like rub his shoulders while he's editing Patreon.
I thought I would have to rub her shoulders.
No.
No,
Rub
you're
his
the
take
sugar
care of you.
baby.
Oh.
No,
You
yeah,
get pampered.
Yeah, you get taken care of.
Well, you would rub her shoulders and she would give you money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
You
with
just
you.
have to get
I
the
want
corns on
one.
your feet.
I don't do feet.
Really?
Yeah.
He hates feet. Y'all don't know that?
I don't
I
hate
knew
feet.
that
I just
about it.
don't care for
I didn't room with him in in Mexico, so I don't know.
unless it's Mal's feet.
Did you and Mal go head to toe?
Excuse me?
There was 2 beds.
Yeah, but like summer
They
camp.
shared a bathroom. Though.
Julian, you thought
Push the beds together?
let me turn my chair this way. As a grown man, you thought that I shared a bed with Eddin?
Head to toe. is
Like, you
crazy.
really thought
Eddin
that?
was a California king.
We can't.
I'm asking you again. You thought that I slept on the same mattress as Eddin?
I'm just thinking different country. It could have been.
I don't care what
standard
fucking
standard of
country I'm
living
in.
is probably.
You
not what
think
you're
that me and
accustomed to.
Eddin laid down and went to sleep on the same mattress?
Head to toe.
What had the pregnancy thing not happened? What would the sleeping arrangements be?
What do you mean? Oh, I guess that's a good question. Who would have had the?
I did think about that post
I
when we
guess
got
it
to the
didn't even matter
airport
because it was multiple beds in both rooms.
because I did feel bad that you guys had to like room.
It wasn't even bad.
No, it was.
How was
cool.
the bathroom situation?
It was pretty fine.
Rory and Eddin probably would have been in the same room.
We had the best.
I probably
water
would have stayed in Jay's room with the dog.
We had the best what?
water pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used y'all bathroom because my bathroom the
Yeah,
water.
shower was it was cool. It was a big shower.
You could sleep with Eddin snoring in next to you.
That I just can't.
Definitely
Do
fell asleep with me snoring.
I fell asleep. Like it was. I wanted to fucking choke him, but it wasn't like after a while.
And after a while.
After a while, it's kind of like that white noise on the TV.
There you go.
Did anyone snuggle with a Great Dane?
No. Hell no.
Damn, that would have been awesome.
That's a lot.
When I went back to Mexico, I was big snuggles.
Oh no.
With Vice President Al Gore. It's the name of the dog, guys.
I'm not snuggling with a big ass Great Dane.
Yeah.
Why not? They're so loving.
I'm not. That's a fucking horse.
I know.
No.
I felt like really safe.
You feel like a
I
kid
felt
again?
safe. I felt safe knowing they were on the property for sure.
Oh yeah, they were.
Would it have been weirder if you guys had been roommates at that time?
No, I probably would have slept in Jay's because there was like 4 beds in that other room, and I
So
would.
you would rather have just done that instead of you guys bunking.
Probably, yeah.
It didn't really matter to me. Like I'm with whatever.
They had 4 beds in one room. Why didn't you guys all share a room?
There was 2 rooms with 4 beds, and then 1 room with 2.
It was one room.
Compelling content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one room with the room you in had how many beds? 3?
4.
4? But they
4
were,
plus that weird top bunk.
It was like
Room
twin.
alone with
5,
4
I
beds.
think.
I think it was twin size beds though.
Yeah, no, they weren't even twin size. They were like smaller than college dorms.
Like the twin
I had to push.
XL.
I had to push 2 beds together, type thing.
And
They were
in the room me and Eddin was in, it was 2 like
full
queen
size.
size or
Yeah,
full size
queen,
beds.
Okay.
So Eddin being the big warrior that he is, he needed a bigger mattress. So we made sure that he was accommodated well.
Had that core strength.
Do you spread out like when you sleep, or do you sleep just like narrow? Like, are you side?
I sleep next to an
starfish?
infant now, so
Whatever she gives you.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous that like I'm gonna like roll when I
Yeah.
So I sleep like this.
You sleep like you in the overhead?
Yes. Pretty much. Very pensive.
I sleep like that if I'm cold.
Okay.
Like if it's cold, I gotta sleep like that. Like I gotta sleep in one spot. But if it's hot, I'm all over the fucking place. I'm just trying to find that spot, that comfort, that little nook where it's like, okay, I can sleep peacefully.
And luckily it was rainy season, so it was cool out.
Oh no, it was great.
We just opened the windows and we were
it was
we were
great.
good money. You and Eddin didn't need to use
Beautiful time in Mexico. And shout out to Eddin singing me a lullaby at night.
I did?
With the white noise.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, snore.
When we would take cars back from Rory's house from recording, Eddin would occasionally fall asleep and snore, and it would scare the driver.
Oh,
they would turn around like, what is that? They thought like their car was like troubleshooting.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, that's just Eddin.
Yeah.
Listen, I missed Eddin so much when I went back to Mexico and didn't have a translator.
All right, well, guess we're gonna head over to Patreon now.
Yeah.
Why not?
We got some callbacks.
Follow up call from Shorty.
Some return ones.
Got a call back. I'm looking forward to this one, honestly. We need to figure this one out.
Yeah. Zaddies, aka Dad Bod Pod, aka this is a working title, is available now on Patreon. First episode with my guy Kaz, where we just talk about what it's like to be fucking fathers for the first time.
Big dads.
Yeah.
Big pop.
Well, Kaz is bigger than me.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
He's a he's a taller
personality?
person.
Oh, taller person. Okay. It's in stature.
Yes.
Got you.
So
yeah, check that out. What was that? Your
my phone.
Oh. Merch is still available. NewRoryNMal. Is that it? .com? Sorry.
We are so bad at plugging shit. Go to our Patreon. There's a bunch of new content. We've been shooting a lot of shit.
New content.
Our Patreon's been
New vlog is up.
Real cool lately. I like our Patreon a lot. So check
Having
that
some
out.
fun.
And now we're gonna go there right now to get a call back from another voicemail. So we will
Need to figure this one out. Have a safe weekend. We'll talk to y'all soon. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
NewRoryNMal.